Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Good weekend of rugby. Wins for Ireland, France, win for Georgia as well, and for the Springboks, big one for the Springboks. But yeah, today's video is going to be about 7 takeaways from the Springboks winning Cardiff. What can we say? Very good win. It's hard to criticize when you win by 50 odd points. Really hard. But yeah, I suppose with the World Cup, you have to be honest and you have to look at their chances and you have to look at where they're going. I think there's a lot of positives that are coming out of that win as well. A couple of negatives, a couple of things to work on. And Saturday against the All Blacks is going to be, Friday against the All Blacks is going to be a huge test for them as well. Definitely would be closer to where they want to be, and I think it's going to be an epic game at Twickenham. Sold out crowd, so it'll be interesting to see how exactly that plays out for the Springboks. But yeah, let's get straight into it, and I'll give you 7 takeaways from the weekend's test. And let me know, of course, always in the comments if you agree, if you don't agree, and what your thoughts are, where you think, if I've missed something, please let me know. So here goes. Number 1, well, you can see the Bok game plan is slowly starting to pick up a gear. The engine is humming. They're starting to look like an awesome unit, and I think the team was pretty close to the strongest team. A couple of guys like Eben Etzebeth, Faf de Klerk would probably be there, one or two others maybe. But overall, a very solid performance by the Springboks. You can see their packs looking exceptionally strong. Set pieces were really good, and that's why they've now got strike power, and they've been trying to develop that part of the game for the last while, and it came to the fore against a very inexperienced Welsh side. I don't think we should read too much into the scoreline. I think it was a good win for the Boks in Cardiff, where they've struggled over the last couple of years. So in that respect, great victory for them. But yeah, that's the first takeaway. The Boks are stepping it up a gear. I think they're going to be a factor in their World Cup defence. I think a lot of people may feel that draw is a hell of a tough draw for any team. But yeah, the Boks are certainly a team that can step it up against the biggest teams in the world. And I think we'd expect them to up their game in the next couple of weeks. So slowly, I think Jacques will be pretty happy. It's all coming into sort of play. Obviously, one more game against the All Blacks before they start the campaign, but it certainly looks like they're going to be a formidable opposition when they hit Scotland in that first game in the World Cup. And they're going to need to be, because Scotland are going to be a tough team for them to face. Number 2 is, of course, Canan Moodie, second man in the match. He's stepping up. He's really upped his game to get into that World Cup squad. The last 2 games against Argentina and Buenos Aires, he was man of the match. He was man of the match in Cardiff as well, although I thought that could have gone to Jesse Kriel. But certainly an exceptional performance by him. He's reading the position on defence exceptionally well. He's dangerous when he gets the ball, and he's the type of guy who can really tear open a defence. So he doesn't have the same sort of silky sort of stepping skills that a Cheslin Colby might have, but he's certainly, for guys 20 years old, guys, he's stepping up the biggest stage. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps his place in the starting lineup going into the World Cup's opening game. But yeah, huge step up at Canan Moodie, and really good to see. Takeaway number 3, well, that's the Boks scrum. It still remains unmatched at this moment, and so good to see that front row of Stephen Kitsoff, Malcolm Marx, and Frans Malherbe really stepping up. I almost felt sorry for the Welsh front row in that situation. The Boks are certainly going to use the scrum as an attacking weapon again. We just hope the referees will give them that opportunity to use it as an attacking weapon. But they certainly did well, and when Oxenchair came back, so good to see him in his first scrum back, winning a scrum penalty as well for the Boks. And and that front row with Vincent Koch and Bongi really also stepping up as well. The Boks have got 2 attacking weapons there. It's going to form part of their attacking process, and I think opposition teams will be really wary about that, and really worried in a way with the way the Boks can easily sort of milk scrum penalties from that. It's a huge attacking weapon, and I think that's a huge plus for them going into this World Cup. Number 4, and probably one of the most important ones, Kolisi's back. in his 40 minutes, he really showed he was exceptional. I think he was the type of guy who came into the squad. You can see how pumped he was with the anthems. He was really pumped in the game, and that first sort of offload to Malcolm Marx for the first try showed Sia's back. Didn't show any effects of his miraculous recovery from the knee ligament injury, and really did pretty well. So I think that was a massive one for the Boks. They've ticked that first box. That first game is always the most difficult to get behind you when you're an injured player. So good to see Sia back, and good to see him all confident, and I think he's only going to grow from here. Number 5, Jesse Kriel stepped up for me. He was my man of the match. He scored a brace of tries, and he showed that he's really a good, not stand-in. He's played a lot of rugby, and he's often been the guy who's sort of quietly gone around his business in the team. Always a big team man, a guy who's really sort of always put the team forward first. And you can see all that hard work he's done in the off-season, his form in Japan, everything started to pay off. And he was thinking back into one of the Argentina games where he just missed that try after charging down Carreras' kick. This time, he got the luck of it when the Welsh midfielder threw the ball in the air after that grubber through. But you could see he was so determined, so keen to impress as well. And I think Jesse's really put his hand up. And with the Kanya not there, that's what the Boks need right now. They need a guy to put his hand up. And so well done, Jesse. He's definitely a big takeaway for the Boks this week. And then we have to address one or two bad points over there. It's wonderful when you start doing a video and neighbours decide that Sunday afternoon's a good time to start drilling and doing things around the house. But hopefully the noise in the background's not too bad. But one of the I suppose negative things that you could really say would be the fact that Manie the Boks kicking wasn't up to standard. I think by his own admission, he wasn't far away. If you look at a lot of those kicks, they shaved the post just on the wrong side. And international rugby, I think it is a concern with Andre Pollard out. Jacques Nienaber gave the following response when asked about it afterwards.
Was he bad? How much did he miss? 3. 56%.
He missed 4. No, he missed two conversions, 2 penalties.
3 conversions, 2 penalties. No, fuck. Just 5 shots. Just keep on going. Yeah. That's it. Simple as.
But I think the Boks have decided they're going to back Manie, and he must just come through, and they're hoping he will come through. But for the rest of us, it is a concern. He's in a fabulous play. The rest of his play was pretty exceptional, but just the goal kicking. And I think it comes to tight games that could make a huge difference for the Boks, and you don't want to lose a World Cup because you've missed 1 or 2 kicks. So I think that is a concern. I'm sure they'll be working very hard on it, and I don't think it's cause to panic yet. Anybody, I keep on saying to people, who else, if you do that, and Andre Pollard's not in the squad, so that answer doesn't really help at the moment. David Willems is probably not as confident kicker as Manie, so I think you just need to work with Manie to get his technique right. I suppose there's some questions of why they don't have a kicking coach there, but I think the Boks are you've got to trust this management team to know their processes, and they believe Manie will come through. So let's hope they're right, and but it is a concern. So that's takeaway number 6. Takeaway number 7 is bit of a worry is the high ball. We saw it against New Zealand. There was a huge factor in those first 20 minutes against New Zealand where the Boks went down 17-0. Again on Saturday in Cardiff, Wales obviously picked it up, and while one of the things they got away with there with a bit of illegal tactics and taking out the receiver, generally they were better in the air than the Boks. The Boks did adjust, and as the game went on, their dominance started giving them more reward. It's still something that is a concern in them. And with teams going to be using the aerial battle quite a lot in the World Cup, I think we're going to see a lot more. And I'm sure the Boks will be working on that. Sometimes it's just a matter of timing. Sometimes, I felt Chesson was maybe manhandled a bit, and the Welsh winger got away with quite a bit in that game. But saying that, the Boks should know that this will be a tactic coming through from other teams, and I'm sure Scotland are going to try it, especially with a guy like Duan van der Merwe on the wings and Darcy Graham. They're going to try and put the Boks under pressure like that and put Vali Leroux under pressure, and I think the Boks need to take a step up there. So that's the 7th takeaway, and all in all, a good weekend for the Springboks. Heading into the All Blacks on Friday, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game, and then obviously bring on the World Cup as soon as possible. Can't wait. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for our Liam Delcom and my podcast. Comes out on a Thursday on this channel and on all major podcast platforms. It's called To The Last Drop. It's wine and rugby, and we have a lot of good fun there. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, and we'll chat again soon. Thanks.